Today we are going to be focusing on specifically the CIMA Objective Test Exams. So I'm going to go straight in with my 7 top tips. So let's roll the intro and just get stuck in. Let's go. Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Craigo and I'm here to guide and help you through all things accounting. Today we are going to be touching on my 7 top tips for passing your CIMA Objective Test Exams. We are going to go ahead with my number 1 top tip, and that is to be consistent with your revision. It is no secret that the CIMA exams are very hard exams to pass. You need to be putting in time on a daily basis and consistently in order to enable you to develop your understanding and your knowledge on the topics that will be examined in the objective test exams. The CIMA Objective Test Exams will consist of multiple choice, fill in the box, diagram and calculation style questions. So it's important that you put in the time and understand the theory and calculations well enough so that you can cope with any question that the exam will throw at you. And like any exam, not necessarily CIMA specific, but if you don't put the time and the effort in to get the suitable amount of revision in for your exam, then you're going to find the exam very difficult, and chances are you're likely to fail. My second top tip is to know the theory well. The objective test will be around 70 to 80% of theory questions based on my experience. So you need to have a sound and ground understanding of the theory that underpins that objective test exams. So for example, if you are studying towards your F1 financial reporting exam at the operational level, then you need to know the accountancy standards and the theory that understand each and every standard. And using IAS 16 property, plant and equipment as an example, if you're asking a question to recognise when and where you can capitalise the cost of your property, plant and equipment, you will need to know the 2 factors that underpin IAS 16, which is that the cost can be reliably measured and that the asset will generate a positive economic benefit to the business over a period of longer than 12 months. And knowing the theory to this level of detail is crucial to you passing your CIMA Objective Test exams. That leaves the remaining 20 to 30% of questions being calculations based. And that is why it is important that you know exactly how to perform the calculations that you could be asked within your exam. And when it comes to calculation questions, practice makes perfect. The more questions that you can practice, the better you will become at understanding the logic and the process behind the calculation, which will allow you to reach the correct answer. There are plenty of resources out there to help you get your calculation practice, but one company that I thoroughly recommend is Astranti. They have fantastic question banks and mock exams that will give you the practice that you need to answer your calculation questions. You can find the link down below in the comment section. If you can become competent with your exam questions, then there are a good amount of marks on offer that you can pick up for your exam, which will contribute and help you to pass in your objective test exams. Number 4, which is a big top tip for mine, and that is abbreviations. The theory is hard to learn. There are times when you will need to learn models. There will time you'll need to learn lists of 10 factors. And the easiest way to do that is to learn an abbreviation. Find an abbreviation among your list of options and remember that abbreviation. If you've got 10 options and you have an abbreviation for that, then it will make life far easier. As an example, one of the abbreviations that I was taught when studying for my exam was dead click. So if you are looking at your debits and credits, then your debit will increase your expenses, assets, and your drawings. Your credit will increase your liabilities, your income, and your capital. I have never ever forgotten my debits and credits since I learned the abbreviation. And some of the abbreviations that I created were damn right rude, but they helped me pass my exam. So who cares? And my number 5 top tip is time management. You will have 90 minutes to answer 60 questions, which gives you an average of 1.5 minutes per exam question. It is important that you stick to the timelines so that you are able to give yourself a chance of answering all questions. And although I'm not expecting you, and I'm not saying that I would review and stick to the clock every 1.5 minutes, just be aware that in 15 minutes you can answer 10 questions and evaluate your progress after each 15 minutes so that you can see whether you need to speed up or slow down on answering your questions. Time management is critical for you being able to answer the questions and maximize your marks throughout your exam. And that is why my 6th point is your exam day strategy. Your exam day strategy is crucial, and on Thursday I'm going to be launching a video solely concentrating on your exam day strategy. My exam day strategy was simple. I had 3 rounds. The first round I would review all questions and answer the simple and less time consuming questions. Any that I couldn't answer or that was too long for me to attempt on round 1, I would flag. On round 2 I would attempt to answer the flag questions. Any that I couldn't do, I would leave. And round 3 were questions which were just way too long for me to spend time doing and were seen as a luxury for me passing that exam, or questions that I had no damn right idea. And then please note at this point, if I've got any unanswered questions such as multiple choice questions and I have no idea about, I would simply guess, because you've got a 25% chance on a multiple choice question of passing that question. And you never know, that 1 mark could be the difference between you passing and failing that exam. So never ever leave questions blank. And then my 7th top tip for passing your objective test exams is to be confident and positive at all times. It is very easy to let your nerves get to you, especially when you're doing your calculation questions. You get a bit stuck, you're pulling your hair out, you're trying even harder to answer that question. Just cut the ties with it, move on, be happy to accept 1 question as a loss and move on. I can assure you, if you have a positive mindset, your mind is less likely to get stuck on a question and you're more likely to be able to answer your exam. It is key to being able to manage your emotions when you are in your exam so that you can be level-headed and logically move through each question at a good pace without letting 1 bad question get to your head. And that is why if you have a positive mindset, then you are going to be far better suited for the fast-paced and pressured environment of your exam. So that is all from my 7 top tips for passing your CIMA Objective Test Exams. If you are studying towards your CIMA exams, now I do hope you found that useful. Please let me know if you have any questions about what I have said. I will be back on Thursday with a detailed video behind my exam day strategy on objective tests, so please do make sure you check that one out. But that is all from me today, and I'll see you again in the next one. See you soon. Goodbye.